Good evening, YouTube. Hey, look, it's the first time I've done a video wearing my own merch. Save the planet. Crush a Tesla. Hey! Available in my merch store, which is below the video, I think. This is Lionel Richie. Never gets old. I'm still going. It's 7:30 now. I'm going to put the lino in the motorhome tonight because Phil's coming tomorrow and we're starting to put in all of the stuff that needs to go in the motorhome. So that needs to be done. So I'm going to go and do it now. I'm just taking a break to talk to you and update you on what was a very busy day. There's quite a funny day in the life video coming up because this morning I drove the BMW 7 Series to Droitwich, dropped it off for a valet, had some breakfast, realised I hadn't got the correct charging cable for my phone, went to WH Smith's to find out that a USB cable was £19, decided I didn't need my phone charged that much. Then I remembered that I was a YouTuber and I probably needed my phone charged. So I went to another shop and I bought one for £8, which is charging my phone right now. I need to give up on my iPhone 13 mini because it's just rubbish. And my MacBook as well. My little lad this morning was wanted to borrow my MacBook to look at Ninjago figures on eBay. And I passed him the laptop and he was like, "Daddy, your computer's so hot." So I need a new computer and I need a new phone. But I keep spending my money on cars and motorhomes. So that's just going to have to wait. So I was in Droitwich with the BMW 7 Series, dropping off for the gentleman that was on his way to collect it, and I got it valeted. And once I'd had that car cleaned, I had a moment when I was like, why are you getting rid of this? That BMW 7 Series, you'll see it in the video, when it was cleaned, it looked $1 million pounds. It was just such a lovely car. So I dropped that off, and then I bought this lino. So there's a bit of video of me choosing Lionel Richie. I'll probably make that joke in the video as well. And then I put the lino in the 7 Series and I drove to my new Hillman Minx. Got the Minx today. You're not seeing it yet. Thankfully, Mrs. G doesn't watch my videos. It's going to be a surprise for her. So obviously, Mrs. G's Strawberry Jam is an expanding business. You know, we started with a pickup truck and decided that that wasn't enough, moved to a box van. And now that we've got the box van and the pickup truck on the Mrs. G Strawberry Jam fleet, sales have really picked up. We've sold 2 t-shirts so far, and Mrs. G has almost made some jam. So I figured she needed a staff car, you know, like a company car, like a Mrs. G's, for when we're sales repping, when we're driving around locally selling Mrs. G's Strawberry Jam, assuming at some point she's going to make some. I don't think she ever will. But you should buy a t-shirt. The link's below. So yeah, Mrs. G's Strawberry Jam now has a pickup truck, a box truck, and a company car. So I picked up the Hillman Minx, and you'll see all this in the video. And then I took it for a mini valet at like your local hand car wash, which most people don't normally do that with 60s cars. And I turned up and the guys were like, "Are you sure? It's going to get wet." I was like, "Yeah, just paid 1,500 quid for this. I don't care." And I ripped out all the carpets and all the rubber mats because they were all knackered. So they've all gone to the tip. But it's a cool little car. And then I drove it back to the barn here and it's currently hidden. But tomorrow, if everything goes well, tomorrow that car will be painted as well. I'm not guaranteeing that everything will go well tomorrow because I need to hide that car from Mrs. G. Although tomorrow I've got Phil on site and Mrs. G's painted the motorhome. She did it today. She's done most of the back end, to be fair. And I have to say, it's a lot better. I'm not going to show you yet though. You're not going to get to see the motorhome until there's a proper motorhome update with some proper progress. But we've done the colour change that we threatened that we were going to do. And I'm glad she has, because it literally looked like a mint Viennetta. If you don't know what a mint Viennetta is, then clearly you didn't grow up in England in the late 90s, early 2000s. Can you even get Viennetta still? The biscuit one was definitely the best, wasn't it? Biscuit Viennetta. So it's been nice today. I haven't really checked my email very much. I did have a chat with Adrian. Do you remember Adrian from the Association of British Drivers? The really fired up ex-policeman. He's cooking something up, so it's going to be interesting to speak to him. Coming up this week is another chat with someone about what's going on with the Malvern Hills Trust. Apparently what's going on with the Malvern Hills Trust is even worse than what I've put on the channel so far. So that's coming up. Probably going to do a road trip at some point to go buy my seats for the motorhome, because the seats that are in it are not staying. And I don't think I'm buying any cars this week, because I've already done that with the Hillman Minx. If you're excited about the Hillman Minx, let me know in the comments. It's 1965. It's 60 years old, and it's so cool. I really like it, especially after the mini valet as well, because all the seats were tired and it was covered in dust, and it had clearly not been washed in quite some time. But again, you'll see all this in the upcoming video, but I can't put that video out until Mrs. G has been presented with her new company car. And then we'll use it for a show at the weekend. It's all insured, it's on the road, running, driving, it's it's MOT exempt, it's tax exempt, but it's solid and a pretty drivable car. So it's tatty, but it's structurally sound. So tomorrow we're going to go from tatty to repainted, because at the moment it's like 50 shades of grey. It's been repaired, it's had some welding, and they've just whacked some grey primer on it. So it's like grey, rust, black primer, grey primer, and that's what's letting it down. But as you know, I'm now an expert at rollering vehicles, and I've got a team of people around me who are happy to sand down and roller. So we've got some help tomorrow. The only difficulty is going to be keeping Mrs. Geoff and her paint on the motorhome away from the Hillman Minx, which is being painted on site. So there's a bit of logistics to be done there. I've spoken to Russell, the sticker man, about the motorhome as well. We've come up with a plan. I photoshopped it last night. We're now pretty happy with where the motorhome is going to end up. So that's really good news. Lots of emails about various fires and various nefarious things that are going on in the world. But I decided today to enjoy the sunshine. I went for breakfast. A really nice place in Droitwich. Detroit Witch, someone called it in the video today. So that's my new name for it. And I think I'm going to take the Macmaster there for a proper breakfast. So Macmaster can fly back from the USA and go for breakfast with Geoff in Detroit Witch. Yeah, I like the idea of that. And then I can show him the motorhome, because it will be completely different to when he last saw it. So I'm going to spend my evening putting Lionel Richie in the motorhome. And I can't think of a single Lionel Richie song right now. That's terrible, isn't it? In the comments, you're all going to be like, Geoff, what about... And I can't think of one. I nearly said Red, Red Wine then, but that's clearly not by Lionel Richie. Lionel Richie does the sexy ones, doesn't he? So let me know in the comments, what colour do you think we've painted the motorhome? What's your favourite Lionel Richie song? And how many times did I use that Lionel Richie joke in this video without actually fitting any lino? Thank you very much for watching. That was my Monday video. Videos from Geoff Buys Cars are normally more serious than this, but it's been quite an enjoyable day. Also, did you have a thunderstorm today? Did you get some thunder? Did you get a bit of rain? That's it now. Look at the long range forecast. There's no rain now for ages. The farmers in this country are absolutely knackered. And I'm just waiting for Harry Metcalf to admit that a trained monkey could do, an untrained monkey could do better government policy on farming than the current politicians. You know, Harry Metcalf's got a large reach in farming and in cars, and I need him to start talking about the fact that what's being done to farmers is deliberate, and that weather manipulation is not a conspiracy theory. But sometimes it's nice to take a break from all that and make Lionel Richie jokes, swap a 7 Series for a Hillman Minx, and have a laugh watching your wife repaint a motorhome. Right, Lionel, it's you and me tonight. Cheers, everyone.